Afternoon to you. Welcome. The sun rises here. My name's Joyce, and all right, we're back again on the air to talk about something you're probably at this point tired of talking about. Well, the NLC and TUC am back on a strike. Your guess would be as good as mine. The last time we spoke about this was pretty much last week. Monday or Tuesday, when the head of information NLC was here on the Sony side. He gave us a perspective, the NLC perspective. Well, more when we return.
You are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
Many people have said, well, NLC does a whole lot of talking and maybe not so much of working. The NLC head of information was here last week, and he tried to give an aspect to help understand where the NLC stood as far as minimum wage goes. By the way, now there's a federal conversation that's now opened around minimum wage, and it's something around the lines of, we want to review the minimum wage just so that people who are working harder than others earn more than others. I'm not even sure how that's supposed to apply, but given that it's still a moving conversation, we'll keep following it until we have all the facts together. We'll wait, fingers crossed and hopeful that whatever comes out of this, it faithfully represents the expectations of Nigerians, at least the workforce, that is. So let's see what happens with that. In the meantime, yesterday was in the news, and I wanted to discuss it yesterday, but there wasn't enough time to discuss the fact that the NLC embarked on a strike yesterday. And they were speaking, or they were picketed in front of the ministry, some ministries in Abuja, and their aim was to object to the hike or increase in electricity tariff for Band A. So here is why I think there's something wrong with the whole scheme. First of all, those on Band A are complaining. And at least I hold a sentiment that if Band A, because we've been told for now electricity increment would only apply to users on Band A. So other users from B to E or B to Z would pretty much have to pay the same. But I perceive that there's a possibility that the rest of the band users that are not having to pay the increased price now would at a later time have to pay an increment in their electricity bills. Well, here's what the news reports. Organized labor Monday commenced a nationwide protest over electricity tariff hike and removal of subsidy from the power sector by the federal government. I'm off on the break. I'll be right back.
Mental sports. A new and unique kind of sporting event is in town.
How fast and accurately can you answer a factual math question like 34 multiplied by 81 divided by 12 without a calculator, paper, or pen? Children's Day Great Mental Sports Bonanza is a fun, game, and competitive event fashioned to make youngsters in upper primary, junior, and senior secondary discover and grow their mental calculations and active memory abilities whilst having fun and winning lots of prizes and medals. Watch greatness perform live and learn new tricks from him. Lagosians, go to www.greatmentalsports.com to register. Build your mental muscles by participating in the quiz session. Participation is free. The venue will be sent by email. For sponsorship, please call 0706 085 0698 or send an email to antonio@greatmentalsports.com. Media partners Wazobia FM and Nigeria Info.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, introducing the first of its kind in Nigeria.
the first radio just for kids. It's here at 101.7 Kids FM.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be fun for kids on your airwaves 24/7.
Talking about from exciting games
Check.
to juicy gist
Double check.
and great music.
Super check.
All these and more on your number one PlayStation 101.7 Kids FM.
Don't be the last to join the train. Download the Kids FM app on your iOS or Play Store today and stay tuned on the go.
You can stream on our website at kidsfm.ng.
You can also follow us on all socials at kidsfm.ng and stand a chance to be one of the super kids.
On 101.7 Kids FM. Remember, it's no dull moments on Kids FM.
So tune in and stay locked on 101.7 Kids FM.
Let's play.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Radio, the place to be. Well, that's because we start from here.
This is a compound, not 1, 2, or 3, that somebody will come and say, I'm the only one coming in another 1 or 2 months. You will see that place is like a market. Yeah, from 1 person to 2 to 3 to 4, you don't even know those who are living in that kind of compound. You cannot say, where do you work? Don't worry, I'll tell you.
Over here.
I married my wife when she was very young, and now we have 4 children, and 2 has finished university. She now hate me so much that I've been cheating on her. I'm not happy with the marriage again. I don't still love her, but the way she treats me is the way I don't like it, because she insults me. She brings me to nothing, even in the front of my children.
And time brings us here.
People don't want to see what this government has done, and it's left for them. They want to be picking money on the street. They want government to be dashing money. Government is not for Christmas. Government really creates the neighborhood.
No, but the people, I don't think that's what the people want, to be honest. They don't want the government dashing them money. They want something that looks like a fair standard of living. Fair, like just good enough to be called a way to live.
My work's done. The sun sets here. Mondays through Thursdays on your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Where were we? First, we're back. 28 minutes past 12. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon to you. All right, now, the NLC, as we speak, are still on this whole context of a protest. They hold, at least what they're asking the government to do in the immediate, is to restore old prices. This increment, in their view, doesn't serve the Nigerian public and users of electricity, given everything else that's happening, particularly since the removal of subsidy. So now the National Treasurer of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Ola Tajuddin Ambali, and the National Deputy President of the Trade Union Congress, Etim Tommy, confirmed their protest on Sunday, insisted on the reversal of the tariff hike on subsidy removal. Now, labor action is expected to lead to the shutdown of Abuja headquarters of the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, the Ministry of Power, and state offices of power distribution companies. NERC announced a hike in the electricity tariff for Band A customers at a press briefing on April 3rd, revealing that those affected would now have to pay, 225 per kilowatt hour, up from the earlier rate, or the previous rate, of 68 naira kilowatts hour. So now you're paying 225. I think about a week or 2 weeks ago, a little over a week ago, it was reviewed that was, I think it was 8.1 or 8 point something % discounted. And I kind of did a vague math, and I don't see how that is much of a move. But then again, it was said that the reason the cost was discounted was to accommodate for the gain of the naira against the dollar. Well, whatever you have left is probably still about 200 and I'm thinking 32% increment. Whatever you have left, 230% increment, still what you have left. All right, after subsidy removal. The development marked the removal of subsidy from the tariff of customers on Band A category, and it's reported that they constitute about 15% of the total 12.82 million power consumers across the country. The government say that with this hike, they would be saving 1.5 trillion naira. So at least from the perspective of the government, they would be saving money. I hope you care about that too, but here's a little bit more information. I think you fully comprehend Band A users. These are people who pretty much get up to 20 to 22 hours of electricity. Now, you have House of Representatives, Organized Labor, Bar Association of Nigeria, Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mines and Agriculture, electricity consumers, civil society organizations demanded a reversal of the hike on subsidy, on the electricity tariff. Now, but I think there's also something that someone complained about last week, and it's, the NLC and who they stand for, who they speak for. NLC enjoins civil societies, organizations, market women, students to join organized labor because it's a collective battle. And according to them, we are all collectively being afflicted by the wicked policies of the government. End quote. So I guess here we are to understand that NLC would love for you to know that they can't quite do this all by themselves. The Nigerian public has to join. But once again, a strike action happening right now in Abuja. It kicked off yesterday. We couldn't discuss this yesterday. We're now discussing it today. I think it's really worth looking into. And one thing I find a little upsetting would be the fact that this is just a strike action for Band A users. And these are people the government are persuaded to believe are maybe the higher 1% or higher 5% of the Nigerian public who are able to afford it, given its availability. Some of you have called in to complain, saying you live in some of these areas, you get the electricity, but you can't afford it. Others are still saying that they don't get the electricity. So I'm not even sure as to how to tilt this question this afternoon. But I think we can look at the conversation from the perspective of the NLC. NLC on strike again. So let's talk. 0700 993 993 993 and 0201 465 7190. I'm not even sure how successful you think the past strikes have been. I think the general consensus has been that the NLC hardly ever achieve a specified outcome whenever they embark on these strikes. We don't know how long this ongoing strike is going to be on for, but it seems at least to have a targeted objective, an objective to reverse it. I also must state in your hearing, and this is also because it's worthy of note, that the Minister of Power has said that if the country does not go ahead with this increment, that there would be blackout in the nation in the next 3 months. Well, some say it sounded like a threat. I'm assuming I can extend some grace to the interpretation by assuming that he's only saying we only have one option here. Or maybe we only have a choice here, just one choice, and that choice is moving forward with the increment, because the absence of that is going to be a total blackout. Let's talk. Your Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Welcome. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, good afternoon.
Welcome. It's good to have you here. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to the show. Can you hear me? Can you speak up for me? Nigeria Info, you on the Sony side. Hello. I lost your maker back. Good afternoon to you. Welcome. And you have to admit to me if you get electricity first. Hello. Hey, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, God bless you. My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abaranja in Ekoton.
Good to have you.
Thank you. On the picketing of NLC and TUC on electricity companies, especially the NERC offices in Nigeria, it is commendable. But to me, it is very cosmetic. I think Nigerian government should, for God's sake, listen to NLC and TUC by postponing or suspending this electricity tariff, just as they have done in cyber security levy. Though it may be seen that it is the World Bank and IMF that are, making the government to see that these levies and tariffs are implemented. But the government should please give this a chance so that NLC does not outshine them, as it were. Why? Because the electricity company is not even doing fine. In my own opinion, the government should revoke the licenses given to the discos and the gencos immediately.
And what?
then-
Nationalize electricity again?
Pardon?
What should they do with that retrieved
They
license?
should revoke
If they
the
revoke
license.
it, yes. Should electricity
And
now
they-
be in the hands of the government?
No. They should get other investors. Because as we had, it is the projects of government officials that are owning these discos and gencos. So they should, this present administration should revoke it and make sure that new investments come to take up this. And if possible, these discos and gencos should even make sure that they make more supply of electricity, that is the megawatt of electricity, and if possible, set up a debt recovery center where they can recover their debts, because it is the debt that the gencos and
All right.
discos are being owed that is making them to increase the tariff. So
Okay.
they should first increase the supply of electricity megawatts before they should think of increasing tariff.
I think they have tried to do that with the Band A. So let's assume that the Band A users are the experiment here, the lab rats. They've tried to do that with the Band A users. But then the
For God's
cost.
sake, there's no more supply of electricity. Even in
All right.
Band A, where they're talking about 20 hours.
Got it, man.
There's
Thank
no
you.
20 hours of electricity, even in companies and even in private homes.
Maybe you don't have it, so we have to wait for others to call in and tell us whether they do get 20 hours electricity
All
or
right.
22
Well,
hours.
This thing should be suspended.
Thank
It should
you.
be suspended indefinitely for now. Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, John. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you for calling. Tell us
I've
your name.
turned my radio. I've turned it off. I'm Joyce. I'm calling from Agbado.
Good to have you.
Joyce, please, I want to know, Ogun State is under ban what?
I'm not sure. Why?
You are not sure. Nigeria, we are funny.
I'm not
Because
sure. Do you live there?
Do you know what I'm asking? My area, since I packed into that house, I've never come back from work one day and missed life. I've stayed in that house more than 3 years now.
Why don't you ask your electricity supplier? Why don't you ask your disco?
Honestly, I've fight with my landlord severally. Okay, go and get the fridge. He said that they used to have lights at afternoon. So I now say, okay, go and get the fridge. Make sure that you get the fridge so that we can't be paying for what we don't use. So that is why I asked that question. In fact, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Nigeria, don't tire me. I'm not going to lie you.
Thank you.
That drama. You don't tire me.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Can you hear me?
Afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
It's Comrade Gechuku from Otafam.
Good to have you.
Nigeria is for the best radio station in Nigeria.
Thank
Give me 30 seconds to congratulate you people. After shouting for your radio station 2 years ago, they are building bridge at Ojuole that is going to Songo and the toll gate. They have started building it. I'm telling you, people are listening. Yes, I started for their program, and before my year came 4th of September last year. So they are building bridge to connect toll gate and the Songo. Thank you very much. Concerning what you ask, I want to able to shut all the whole NEPA stations. If you come to Otana, Nigeria use with their company closed down. It's now picking plastic inside gutter. They are not picking originated sachet and that's some people and no vessel are mentioning their company. That's what they are working. And you are collecting tax and the revenue for NEPA. Why the companies are shutting down? And Nigerians are picking paper inside the gutter. Let them shut the company until they bring back to 68 naira former. Are you hearing me? The area is 3,005 and the report with the white one is 2,005. You are telling me say you are collecting money. Nigerians are not asking the question of Tinubu subsidy when you remove. Where did you keep it? I don't want Tinubu to collect any tax again from now to 2027. He will not collect any tax.
All right.
He's talking about the SNG motors. You are not buying local cars. You are not doing refinery. You are not doing anything. You are implementing SMGs. Nigeria will continue using fuel for the next 10 years. How can we deceive ourselves? Thank you very much for Nigeria.
Thank you very much for calling. That conversation, maybe we'll probably be able to touch on that later today. Hello, the sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, this is Chris.
Good. Welcome, Chris.
Well, I want to thank, is it TLEC, Labour and the other group?
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank them. But Joyce, the ball is still in Nigerian court. How can we allow 1 or 2, 3 people throw all these jobs at us and we absorb it? Joy, I'm using room and a parlor. I pay 11,800.
Mm-hmm.
No fridge, no ACO, just room and a parlor. 11,800. And they are not telling me Banu A user and Banu B user. Whenever I call my kids, Lolo, do we have light? Daddy, they just take it to. And at the end of the month, you will give me bill of 12,000 naira. And the Labour is doing all this. Nigerians are good. Give Labour this support. They are fighting for everybody. My workplace now, they called the other day. You people are using heater. You people are using water. Kineko. Turn off everything. It's not telling on them. Now they want to revise the tariff or whatever they.
No, well, so it's no. The government is not stopping on their intent to make you pay the bill. It's Labour that's asking the government to
Labour
restore the old price.
If I'm Labour, for me, I'm talking for myself. I will ask them not to fight for us. Let all of us face the misery. We all are in for it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm paying 12,000 naira, just a room and a parlor.
So are you suggesting that people hit the streets, particularly those who are directly affected?
What are they waiting for? We pretend a lot as if all is well. I always tell you about that guy that gives kudos from Amuwa.
I don't want to hear it's another day.
That guy.
Let's not talk about it. Like that's all you talk about.
I'm sorry. It's painful. We pretend a lot. Where's subsidy gone? 1 year now. In 2 days' time or 2 weeks' time, the guy will be 1 year in office. And Nigeria pretend as if all is well. Labour, Ajero, and the other guy, Osifo, you guys have tried. Leave us alone.
Okay.
Let's suffer this thing ourselves.
Oh.
Somebody is telling me 2027. What do you have to do to 2027? We tolerate this pain for 1 year, and Nigerians are pretending. We all are in for it, Joyce. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate. Well, a Nigerians not doing anything about their own problems, is that also another aspect of the conversation we have to touch? Welcome to the show. Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
Tell us your name.
Who is my name?
Good to have you.
Okay. What I can tell you in this electric tariff.
And the fact that the NLC is right now in a protest about it.
Yeah, one after the other. Let Mr. Adelabu, the Minister of Power, put his house in order.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what I mean is the house, the electricity of a thing is incomplete building. Make people have prepared meter all over the country before you start billing them. Billing your tenants, putting electricity tariff. Let everybody have prepared meter. There is no to get prepared meter now is not it's not a small thing. Let everyone make sure prepared meter go around because it's threatening Nigerians. We have blackouts for 3 months. Is it not better we have blackouts than what we are having now? What we are having now is the seat from electricity company. This is the seat. They are deceiving the people.
All right. So what about the protest? Can we talk about the protest? Can we move along?
Because we don't have light. As I'm talking to you, I don't have light.
What band are you on?
I don't know any band. Band A or B or C. It doesn't matter. Let them give people light.
Okay.
Let them give prepared meters. Make it be available to people so that you see. Some people are not on prepared meter. Then you don't bring light for a month and they collect money from them. Is it not deceit? It's so bad. Let everybody be on prepared meter. The day you give us light, if I don't have light, my unit will.
In the absence of that, because we don't quite have that situation on ground right now. So what are we supposed to do? Sit back, wait, hope, pray?
Hello, is there?
What do we do? Go ahead.
What do we do?
Yeah, I mean, you have said what you hope is supposed to be the ideal. The ideal is not what we have.
If he's giving us blackout, let it be because this one we are hearing power collapse, this, that. Is it not better we have that blackout so that we know we are in blackout? The whole world, we know Nigeria is in blackout.
All right.
So
Thank you.
NLC protesting is a good one. I'm protesting too. Not only NLC, I'm protesting also.
All right.
Because I don't have lights. So I'm protesting. I waste the money to go and get fuel. My hard-earned money to get fuel to power my generator in this country. It's okay.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it.
It's okay. They are giving us good governance. No problem.
Thank you. The sunny side, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. How are you? We're Nigeria Info. You must turn up the volume of your radio set.
How are you?
Well, thank you very much for calling. Welcome. What's your name?
This is Joy from Member.
Good to have you here, Joy. Thank you very much for calling.
I'm supporting Labour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supporting them. If I see where they are, I will follow them. I will protest. Because it's cheating. They are cheating us. There is no money. We are hungry. And you are giving crazy deals. It's not good now. You cannot see food to eat. So the students should join hands. The market women should come out. Let us do it once and for all. So that they will know that people are not happy. That is my own contribution.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Good afternoon to you. We're Nigeria Info. It's Open Thoughts Tuesday. And again, the NLC is on strike. They're holding out over this issue of electricity tariff increment. We're Nigeria Info. We're talking. I'm sorry. That's not good enough. You're going to have to call back. Hello. Make it back. The sunny side. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. It's good to have you here. Tell us your name, and hopefully you have electricity.
Yes, Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Good.
Actually, I've noticed a lot of complaints, and it has been a trademark on us. And the government has paid the death share to it. And I've never seen where a country where we are as a people will be crying for prepaid meters. And in as much of that, a budget has been made, billions of naira in different administrations, to give each Nigerian free electricity, free prepaid meters, except for this administration who has not budgeted, or if they have done one. And the money, till now, there is no one among them who can give an account to this. And Nigerians are still crying perpetually on the issue of electricity. Is that not just a blindness to our nation?
Well, so the NLC is on the streets. Good. So the NLC is on the streets in objection to it. What's your view?
The NLC, yeah.
Lost you. Hopefully you make it back. Hello, good afternoon to you. We're Nigeria Info. What's your name? Can you hear us? All right, the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Nigeria Info. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Lady J.
Afternoon. Thank you very much for calling. It's good to have you here.
How are you today?
Well, thank you.
You see,
tell us your name. Hey, can we meet you? Who are you?
Okay. My handsome name is Emeka.
So good to have you here, handsome.
Thank you very much. You see, now you just mentioned NLC is on strike, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of other unions?
Well, they're in company of other unions. It's
For example, is it not TUC?
Yeah.
What other unions? You will have a union of teachers there. You will have NUJ there. You have MPA there.
At least we can establish that you are not there. So are you saying that? I mean, that's.
What I'm saying is that we all are not ready.
Okay.
See, like my good friend Chris, who just called and said we're all in for it, and there's no need for Labour to continue to bother themselves. For instance, what the truth is that I must give it to them here in Satellite Town. For the past 1 week, I've noticed a remarkable improvement in power supply.
Okay.
Regardless of the fact that I have my inverter, but I don't think I've used my inverter. The light has been stable from morning till night, till the next day. I'm just wondering what is happening.
Christmas.
Now, at the point I was going to ask myself, am I still in Nigeria or am I out of the country or what? They will take it even if there is an outage. It doesn't last for more than just 5 minutes. They restore the light.
Yeah.
So there's been a remarkable improvement. However, for us to get to that El Dorado, if at all we will, the will of the Nigerian people must be expressed collectively, not looking at Labour alone and TUC to fight the battle for us. There's a whole lot going on in the country that requires our concerted efforts. Like somebody alluded to, hitting the streets wouldn't be a bad idea. Protest is a legitimate right. So now NLC is doing it, TUC is doing it. Nothing stops other organizations, CSOs, from joining them. So let their voices be heard. Let us make louder noise and let the government understand that people are not happy with the status quo. So, but if people keep saying, oh, NLC, TUC, like you rightly, there was a time you said something like, they are not heroes. We shouldn't be waiting for people to be our heroes. What is going on in the country? There was a video somebody just sent me. I don't know if it's a current video of a campaign trail going on in Ondo State. People were throwing stones at them. And that's the ruling party. They were throwing stones. Somebody just sent it to me in Ondo State. There's a campaign going on. People were throwing stones at them. That is what this country is going to direct to if the political elite do not sit up.
All right.
So for now, I want to say to NLC, keep up the good work, but the rest of Nigerians must join hands so that the effect will reverberate.
All right. Got it. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate the sunny side. We're Nigeria Info. Welcome. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Yes. Turn up the volume of your radio set. Can you do that? Hello. The sunny side. It's good to have you here. Make it back. My name's Joyce. What's your name?
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you for calling. You tell us your name. You speak up for us. Yep.
Yeah, my name is Sam.
Welcome, Sam. Let's go.
Yeah. So I was listening to people commenting how Nigerians need to protest and come out to protest. I was just laughing. These same people were the ones who spoke against the youths when they came out to protest during the NSAS in 2020. And now, when that protest went on, they tagged it that the youths were irresponsible.
But you're making a carpet statement. Hold on a sec. You're making a carpet statement. I don't think everyone who has called in so far were against the youths, so you can't quite say that.
I'm just saying it that the generations from, let me say the elderly generations, they were less concerned about it. They were saying that,
Well, that's not necessarily accurate. Many of them were concerned. Yeah. That's not accurate to say that they were all not concerned.
Okay. Since then, I lost two friends during that Lekki massacre and that stuff, and I heard so many barbaric statements, and since then, I told myself that I'm not going to involve myself in any protest or whatever. If Nigerians like, they should start jumping. I'm not going to, and I told every of my friends of my circle, and we both agreed. So when Nigerians are ready, all we just do is to complain and complain. This set of people that are calling to complain now, when the government comes, when the same people in government comes, they will still vote based on tribe.
Okay,
religion,
so just pardon me. I need to be off on a break. If you can hold on, I'll appreciate. Lagos will be right back. Right. We're Nigeria Info.
Are you finding it difficult listening to your favorite talk radio, Nigeria Info, via the mobile app? Come closer. Let me fix that for you. Now, launch the app on your device. Click the 3 lines on the top left corner of the app. Look for settings in the drop-down menu and click on it. Turn on the first option that you see. Make sure you turn on the option that says always use highest quality available audio. Now that you have done that, close the app and relaunch it. Voila! I did it! Oh, sorry, you did it. Now you can enjoy your radio anywhere, anytime. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Anywhere Clara enter like this, people must give am compliment.
Clara. This your sense makes sense, so.
Now because I dey use Wazobia.
Anywhere Johnny enter safe, people must come out cap for him. Johnny. As you enter like this, everywhere just begin smell nice. Which kind of perfume you dey use?
Now Wazobia perfume, oh.
Yes, sir. Wazobia na the correct scent wey get quality. E dey last long and e dey give man and woman confidence any day, anywhere.
For authentic scent wey dey indigenous, make you choose Wazobia.
E dey available in perfume and body spray.
You fit get them for stores, supermarkets, and open market. E also dey available on top Jumia and all MedPlus pharmacy nationwide.
Remember, no be only how you take dress, na also how you take smell.
Wazobia, correct scent for correct people.
Hey ladies, you remember what happened to me last year? How can we ever forget that when 4 men proposed to you?
Yes, so Kayode, Emeka, Kingsley, and even Muhammad. In fact, I was asking God when.
Good. Now here is the gist. Another dating party is coming. A large gathering of singles in Nigeria, and I believe that it is your time to meet Mr. or Mrs. Right. I said I didn't tell you. Date is Sunday,
26th of May,
2024. Time is 4 p.m. The dress code is all white. To register, visit www.intimacyclinic.org/upcoming event or call 0818-457-5377. If you are single and you want to mingle, don't just miss this for anything. It's gonna be loud. For sponsorship, call 0818-457-5377. Let's go there.
you are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Niger. Let's talk.
We're back. It's Open Thought Tuesday.
You are listening to Open Thought on the sunny side with Joyce. Let's talk.
It's Open Thought for a reason, and I'm back on the telephone line. Oh, so I lost my gentleman who was on the telephone who had some grievance, a grudge he holds against the senior class in society. Maybe he'll call back. 99.3 Nigeria info, the sunny side, if you have just tuned in. We're so glad to have you join us this afternoon. We're looking at a now ongoing story, which is the NLC TUC shut down Ikeja Ibadan discos over electricity tariff. As said yesterday, it was reported that it was a nationwide shutdown. In fact, many news outlets report that this is a move to shut down disco offices nationwide. The NLC is asking the federal government of Nigeria to go back to the old pricing of electricity for Band A users, or maybe I'd say, electricity users. But the government is saying that they have only one choice, and it's to increase the price. Otherwise, in about a few months, the entire nation could be in blackout. Now, that sounds terrifying, except you probably may be used to it in some sense. We're a few seconds away from the top of the hour. We'll bring you the news update. When we return, the conversation continues on the other side of the hour. My name's Joyce. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info.
Events, talk, and even more talk.
Crisis averted in aviation sector.
The conversation, your views and suggestions.
We talk on Nigeria Info.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. You're listening to the news update. This hour, the Kogi State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal will deliver judgment in the petition filed by the Social Democratic Party against the election victory of Governor Usman Ododo of the All Progressives Congress. The Independent National Electoral Commission, the APC, and Ododo asked the tribunal to dismiss the petition filed by Ajaka for being incompetent and lacking in merit. They stated this through their lawyers, Kanu Agabi, Joseph Daudu, and Emmanuel Ukala, while adopting the final written addresses. Counsel for Ajaka, Pius Akubo, however, urged the tribunal to set aside Ododo's submissions and uphold theirs. After listening to all the parties, the tribunal, led by Justice Ado Kudu, reserved judgment for a date that will be communicated to all parties. Moving on from that, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission says the Nigerian electricity supply industry is still in its infancy. Hence, close monitoring and supervision must be improved. The NERC says this is to ensure compliance with the grid code, market rules, and other relevant industry standards. The Commission disclosed this in the final report on operations and technical audit of market and system operations. This is in view of the labor unions' nationwide picketing of electricity distribution companies over an increase in electricity tariff. Organized labor is of the view that the electricity tariff hike pushes up inflation. The NLC and the TUC are insisting that the recent increase by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and the distribution companies in the country must be immediately reversed. The group picketed the NERC offices and discos to press home their demands. We hear that operatives of the Department of State Services have allegedly invaded a state high court sitting in Ilaro, Ogun State, arresting 2 defendants. The court was presided over by Justice A.A. Shobayo. The case bordered on an allegation of arson reported by one Akim Adigun against Isiaka Fatai, Oyero, and 12 others over ownership tussle in the town. The principal registrar of the High Court and sectional head of the High Court, Ilaro, Omololu Olusonya, who confirmed the incident to some newsmen, described it as shocking and disrespectful to the rule of law. Another foreign scene, 2 French prison officers have been killed in an ambush on a prison van near Rouen in Normandy. Reports in French media suggest an inmate who was being transported in the van has escaped together with the attackers. France's Justice Minister Eric Dupont-Moretti said 3 other officers were severely injured. Writing on X, Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin said, quote, all means are being employed to find these criminals. We hear that several hundred police officers and gendarmeries have been mobilized. That's the news update, Lagos. It is back to the sunny side with Joyce. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The telenovelas of radio information.
More news.
More conversations.
More information.
More sports.
And more talk.
Nigerians station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. It's Open Thought Tuesday. Wonderful people. 4 minutes past 1 p.m. on the clock. Welcome. My name's Joyce. It's another Tuesday afternoon, and it's that Tuesday that's busy with objections, and the NLC insists that this objection should be nationwide. Well, it's an objection against the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, and of course the plan or the intent, well, I would say the already established move by the government to increase electricity tariffs. So far, the implication of that increment only applies to Band A users. Well, according to the NLC, they say this increment frustrates all Nigerians. 1. 2, the Nigerian reality does not permit any further increment. And over a 200% increment on electricity further makes matters worse for Nigerians on Band A and eventually all Nigerians. But I think what's worth highlighting is the fact that the Minister of Power is saying the government is left with a singular choice, and the choice is, and I would love for you to speak on that, because I think maybe this forces us to contemplate the implications of the non-increment. So let's assume that the government makes a reversal on the increment. what then can be the outcome. So we want a different outcome, certainly not the outcome according to the Minister of Power. But he is saying that if the government doesn't go ahead with this increment, then Nigerians will be left with a situation where they have no electricity. And this could be a nationwide problem. So on the sunny side, we're talking about this. I love your view. 0700 993 993 993 and 0201 465 7190. The NLC. Interestingly, many Nigerians are showing faith in the NLC today. It's not something that we see happen a lot of times. But the NLC, once again, establishing a protest out there, ongoing even as we speak. The question is, are you persuaded by the outcome of the intent of this protest? And as far as reversing the cost of electricity on Band A users, well, if the government insists, well, if the NLC insists on a reversal, if the Nigerian people insist on a reversal, and the government reverses it, then the Minister of Power is saying that can only hold up for another 3 months or thereabout, and then you would be in total darkness. So let's talk. This is something to talk about. My name is Joyce. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, I'm with you.
Hello,
Tell us
good
your name.
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, my name is Samuel. I'm calling from Osun State.
Good.
I would say currently I enjoy the electricity and
Okay.
I'm being charged up to 1,000 naira per day. So you can imagine, and I'm on band B.
Oh.
So imagine someone on band A enjoying the light, how much the person will be paying per day. I think it's absurd and the government needs to do better.
Are
In
you also
Nigeria,
suggesting, pardon me, are you also suggesting that your Band B payment is also crazy for you? Are you
okay. It's crazy. Okay. Imagine just a simple household, no AC, nothing, and I'm paying up to 1,000 naira per day. That's equivalent of 30,000 naira per month. What's the basic salary in Nigeria? In a state like Osun, that it's
that it's not a city hub. You know, it's not as central or as active as Lagos is. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, exactly. So you can imagine in Nigeria we make things that are very basic to look like quantum physics. Having basic constant electricity shouldn't be it's not a new technology.
Okay.
It's not a new technology. It's just for us to do a copy and paste and follow the models of people that have been working and implement it in the country.
Okay.
But we find it very hard to implement the basic things. Now, concerning the NLC strike, I feel the NLC has already lost their grip about strike, using strike action to make impactful statements. Imagine there's a strike now and people are still going about their daily activities in different states. It's not as impactful as it used to be back in the day when NLC declares a strike. It's not a factional thing.
But
It's
is
not
that
a
an
regional
NLC?
thing.
Okay, pardon me though. But do you think that's an NLC problem, or is it a Nigerian people problem? A Nigerian people who are allowing someone else do the speaking and the fighting for them?
Personally, I feel it's the NLC problem. It started with when they started having different factions and all, and now different organizations pulling out of the general NLC.
I really would like to disagree with that, because honestly, the NLC, at best, they're probably 10,000 people, NLC, TUC combined, and any other union that's, with them on this particular movement or protest, max, they're 10,000. Probably not up to. But what about other Nigerians? Are they not feeling the bite? Are they waiting for someone to say, cry out, yell, react?
I understand the angle you are coming from. Personally, I feel after the NSAS protest, the government has had a psychological edge of people hitting the street and protesting. You realize that, I think some 2 weeks ago, we realized there was no fuel anywhere, and all of a sudden, the price just went 950, 1,000, and nobody is complaining about it. I see the bad things now are the new normal in the country. Nobody is protesting anything.
So that's not an NLC problem, right?
Yeah, it's NLC has their own issue.
Yeah.
And citizens also have a role to play, because if you are not looking out for ourselves, then nobody will do it for us.
All right.
So I think it's a general Nigerian problem. Everybody, we need to tell ourselves. Imagine, okay, as a parent now, let's say my ward wants to eat the street to go and protest. The first thing I will come out, wants to go and die, sit down, don't go anywhere, and we shut everybody up, and everybody goes by, and no problem to do anything they like. Since they can get away with it.
So basically, at this point, are you just saying we should do nothing? Okay. Are you saying people should do nothing?
Also accountable.
Okay. hold ourselves accountable. Thank you very much for calling. The Sunny Side. It's good to have you join the conversation. My name's Joyce. What's your name? Make it back. Good afternoon to you. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. It's so good to have you here. Welcome.
Hello, Joyce.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Sunday, I was about talking about labor when I got off.
Okay, good. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Great, thank you.
My contribution to labor issue is this. You see, labor has been a forefront in times of fighting for the rights of Nigeria, as when it comes to issue of salary increment, issue of social welfare and all that. But we have lost trust as citizens to labor for a very long period of time, since when a man called Adam Oshomole left labor as presidency, and it's unfortunate that since then we lost the pride of labor. And the reason why I'm saying this is this: labor was not able to fight for himself, but the same labor is coming out to tell us that it's fighting for electricity issues that has been lingering, just like the wages. There are wages that have been lingering for over many years.
Well, I did announce earlier on when I kicked off the show that the government right now has under review the Nigerian minimum wage. So I guess that's also a function of the influence of labor to some degree.
Yes, they have reviewed it.
They're reviewing it.
Okay, fine. They are reviewing it.
Yeah.
But as it is now, I'm just making an opinion to know that whatever the government is preparing to do for a labor, it's just a mere politics.
Yeah, but the problem is they're not doing it for labor. They're doing it for all Nigerians. And for example, specifically those who are Band A users. Do you exercise no such faith in the NLC to the point to which you feel even their cause is pointless?
Fine. Even when you said it now, it's even worse. Anything that pertains the masses from Nigerian government, which I've known for over 30 years now, never works from the masses. But if it is for the officials, they can easily do it between 24 hours, it's done.
So are you saying that people should not react to whatever government policies that they find to be displeasing or disadvantageous to their well-being as Nigerians?
Well, you can fight when it is positive, but something you see is not coming up.
I'm lost here.
Electricity, the issue of electricity in Nigeria. You know how many years it has been lingering?
So should people just go to bed at this point? Like just go to sleep and wait to die?
Well, whoever feels like saying it continuously, let him keep on saying. But as far as I know,
you're done.
This government, they are not ready to do anything. It's just
Thank you.
the past administration.
Thank you.
They will never work.
All right. Got it.
Just policies on us.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate. This is Kofi. He says, I'm Oluwale from Ikorodu Band A. Okay. There's improvements in light supply at least 23 hours. Our transformer got spoiled and they bring another new one between Friday and Monday. Another one spoiled. They repair it within 2 weeks because we are in Band A. Kudos to IE. Who's IE, please? You then say, I think you mean your electricity company. Then you say, I think you mean Ikorodu electricity company. Okay, good. You say people are even rushing to come to Band A, though it costs, but there is 24 hours light, no more electricity waste in my area. This is probably the most positive message I received today regarding this issue on protest, the NLC and electricity costs. So he admits that it's costly, but there is available electricity and no electricity in their neighborhood goes to waste. I'm not even sure how you ensure that no electricity goes to waste, given that you can't quite store it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you're storing the energy in order for it not to go to waste, but I'm believing that you're satisfied with the services you're provided with, and even though you find the cost to be, I don't know, a little intolerant, you're managing to tolerate it. I appreciate it. Ikeja Electric, thank you very much. I appreciate 99.3 Nigeria Info. So one positive review on supply, availability, and cost. That's a way to have a good day. The Sunny Side. My name's Joyce. Hello. Can you speak up for us, please? Good afternoon to you. Welcome. The NLC's in the streets, and you're not.
Can you hear me
I
now?
can. Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you very much. I am B.A. Akimbo, calling from Iba.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, first, to answer your question, I think the Labour has done well with the picketing, to be honest. But the problem are Nigerians, the populate. Let's assume when the protest started yesterday, all Nigerians cooperated with Labour and decided to close shop. The impact, in fact, by now, government would have been on her toes. To be honest, that would have been the situation. But the problem with Nigerians is the fact that we are all prepared to go to heaven, but nobody is prepared to die. And it is always said that where there are no pains, there can never be gain. We need a lot to do. And the major problem again has to do with the fact that when the privatization was done, due process was not followed, due diligence was not part of it at all. Eventually, cronies and the progress of the people in power benefited. And these are people without pedigree, without anywhere with us to function in that sector. And so it will surprise you to know that, and I know you know, that right from Obasanjo's regime, the amount that has been earmarked for power sector is running into billions. That can never be controverted. And we are still grappling with just 4,000 megawatts, when countries like South Africa are already with 50 and above, and some other, Egypt, the same figure. Nigeria is still grappling with our population with just 4,000 megawatts, which is not enough for one state. If things will have to work well.
Now that the NLC is on the streets, what's the way forward by your own projection? Should they be by themselves? Should the Nigerian public join them? Should everybody go home? Where are we?
Yes, Nigerians should have joined them. I am prepared to stay in my house for the next 2 weeks if it has to come to that. But is every Nigerian ready for that? Definitely no. What we know today at Bread Revolution in France was because everybody participated. All the truck drivers, the tanker drivers, they blocked all the major roads in France, and that was why the revolution succeeded. In Tunisia, it takes just one young man that committed suicide, and the reaction of the people led to the Arab Spring. But in Nigeria, it wouldn't have worked. Maybe ethnicity and religion would have been used, and there wouldn't have been any effort. So Nigerians should begin to realize that nobody is coming from anywhere to rescue us.
Thank
we
you.
are to rescue ourselves. Thank you very much.
Good to have you. The sunny side, thank you very much for being on Nigeria Info this afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon. I'm Samuel. I called earlier before the commercial break.
Yes, you are the one who has a grudge against the older generation.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Hello?
I'm
Can
with
hear
you.
me?
Yes, I am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So right now, I believe the strike is on. I can, in my area at Surulere now, people are just going about their business. I think Nigerians are just, I think what the government has actually done is just like bringing a child and always scolding, beating, and, treating a child bad. I think the child would have to, be quiet and
docile,
timid. Docile. Thank you, timid. That is how Nigerians are. And Nigerians are waiting for, Jesus Christ from somewhere, a Messiah to come and fight for them. Now, I think many of them don't even know the job of the NLC. NLC is a pressure group. They fight for a particular people. They don't fight for everybody. They are just a pressure group. And Nigerians, when the NLC comes up to, they will just sit. All they know is sit down in their comfort zone and vent. They will just vent. And when it's 4 years during the election, you see the same people venting. They will go and campaign. You see them at these campaign grounds. Elderly women, they will share salt for them, Maggie. These same people that are calling you, complaining on the radio now, when it's time for election, you see them carrying placards, carrying APC, PDP, and all that. I think Nigerians are not ready. That is just it. We are not ready.
Is there
Look at,
somewhere in your hearts where you think that this docile generation are responsible for the death of your friends?
Yes.
Is there a
Yes,
hate in your heart where you
yeah.
think, well,
yes,
my friends are
because-
dead and I blame these people?
Yes, because after that tragic incident that happened, because I even escaped. It was just mere luck. You know, I was supposed to go and meet them there, but my mom held me up for something, so I just told myself, okay, tomorrow I'll join them. So it was that evening that I started getting calls that, hope I'm not somewhere, hope I'm not here, I'm not there. So I'm just here just by luck, and I still hold that grudge
All
to
right.
them. Those people are the ones. They are the ones, the elderly generations, they are the ones. Because, look...
Did you not
listen
believe
to-
in the cause enough for you to stand alone? I mean, I can understand your pain, but sometimes...
In this Nigeria, you can't stand alone in this Nigeria. The same people you are fighting for, even the late fella Nicola Kuti said it. When he was sent to jail, he said it that when he came out, the same people he went to jail for, he fought for, when he came out and he raised the Zan Aluta, nobody responded. Nobody responded. I'll say it now. I believe it's only a fool that will come out and fight for Nigerians. Nigerians are not worth fighting for in any way. They are not just worth fighting for. Because the same people you fight for, the same people when it's time that you'll be arrested and castigated, there will still be the same people that will come and talk against you. So Nigerians, no. Nigerians are not. I've given up on this country since 2020. No, not me. I cannot even come out, even advise, even my enemy, that is the devil, to come and protest for Nigerians. They are not worth it.
You despise Nigerians.
They are
at
not
this
worth
point.
it. They are
All
not
right.
worth it. They are
All
not
right.
worth it in any way. That's
I really sympathize with this tragedy, and I'm sorry you feel this pain, and I wish you heal and you can let go, just so that you can breathe some life and see some beauty.
Thank you so much. I tell my mom is always at the receiving end, so she's the only one.
Wow. You don't touch on that woman for something she knows nothing of. Come on now. What? That's so mean. That's so mean. Look, I really hope you heal. I really, really hope you can heal and that you can forgive these people that you right now despise. And you can. I want you to see beauty. I would love for you to see beauty.
Just the man that became a president now, after that incident, you listen to what he said. He said, who sent them? What did they go and do there? And Nigeria rewarded him by being the president of Nigeria. Nigerians are very terrible people. We move on a lot. We move on a lot. The way Nigerians move on after anything happens. That's why anybody that dies for the sake of Nigeria, the person is just the biggest fool on earth. I have a friend of mine that was planning to join the Nigerian army, and that after I spoke to him for like a week, he had to turn because I told him, you're a young man, there are several things going on in the internet now that you can learn skills, and why are you going to die for some set of people that don't value you? You die, they'll just throw you away like a dog.
All right. I honestly get it. I get why you're mad. But I really hope I would love for you to give it up at some point. I hope you do. I pray you do.
I just feel out of sight is out of mind. After I believe in this country, that is when I'll be able to.
I'll say an amen to that still. Thank you.
I'm actually working on that.
Okay.
Nigeria is not a place to live in.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it. I would love for you all to chew on that one for just a moment. I'm off on a break. I'll be right back. That's from a Nigerian.
Hey, ladies! You remember what happened to me last year? How can we ever forget that when 4 men proposed to you?
Yes, so Kayode, Emeka, Kingsley, and even Muhammad. In fact, I was asking God when.
Good. Now here is the gist. Another dating party is coming. A large gathering of singles in Nigeria, and I believe that it is your time to meet Mr. or Mrs. Right. I didn't tell you. Date is Sunday,
26th of May.
2024. Time is 4 p.m. The dress code is all white. To register, visit www.intimacyclinic.org/upcoming event or call 0818-457-5377. If you are single and you want to mingle, don't just miss this for anything. It's gonna be loud. For sponsorship, call 0818-457-5377. Let's go there.
Are you finding it difficult listening to your favorite talk radio Nigeria info via the mobile app? Come closer. Let me fix that for you. Now, launch the app on your device. Click the 3 lines on the top left corner of the app. Look for settings in the drop-down menu and click on it. Turn on the first option that you see. Make sure you turn on the option that says always use highest quality available audio. Now that you have done that, close the app and relaunch it. Voila! I did it! Oh, sorry, you did it. Now you can enjoy your radio anywhere, anytime. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. You are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
27 minutes past, what time is that? 1 p.m. 99.3 Nigeria Info. I mean, the phone lines are ringing. At this point, I don't know if you're calling in for NLC or you're calling in over the young gentleman who's just mad at all of you for being the way that you are. But first, it's information you can use. I want to give away 20,000 Nigerian Naira this afternoon on Nigeria Info. Yes, would love to have some money in your pocket. You play to win, star 347, star 880, star 3 hash. Or you go to the website,
www.1play.ng.
Oneplay.ng, good, and then may the force be with you. Otherwise, I'll.
Why the force? Why nothing else, Ned? Why not? Why not the universe? Why not? Why not God? You see, there is a determination in your heart not to speak to me today.
No, it's.
You're trying to measure your response. I want to make sure it is commensurate to what you have gotten. How poetic.
Yeah, you really try with the poetry. I mean, it's poor poetry, but you try.
If it's poor poetry, you wouldn't acknowledge it. It's not poor poetry. You are just used to how do you say now? Under complimenting.
Under complimenting you?
Or over complimenting. Sometimes you do that.
Over complimenting,
under complimenting. To how do you say now? To desired effect, you do it to achieve a certain end in mind. You know, cut you to size or big you up.
Sometimes I think you almost intend to traumatize me with your logic. Why would I over compliment you?
Over compliment.
Like
yeah.
what does it benefit me to over compliment you?
Get me, Joyce. I said you over compliment. Or you under compliment or you over compliment to achieve a certain effect.
Why? I'm too blunt to want to achieve anything I can't. Why wouldn't I say it out?
Nobody is as apolitical as you say you are. I think it's a facade. I think there's a lot of politics in those thoughts and those logics.
I think there's something reductive about you. I mean, it's sad, and then it almost feels like a tragedy.
Reductive?
It feels like a tragedy at the same time.
Oh my God!
It's like your lack of imagination.
Oh my Jesus!
Your lack of
imagination, lacking imagination.
Your lack of imagination. It just hurts me.
Oh my God!
Like that's the word. It hurts me.
Why does it hurt you? It's my imagination. I do not agree that I'm lacking in imagination, but why does it hurt you?
It's the fact that I have to tolerate the moments that
you don't have to.
Well, I wish you'd be done, so I don't have to.
Joyce,
hurry up!
How much money have you given away today?
Look, you're not getting that from me. Hurry up, so you can be out of here.
Okay, no, look. You guys, I may not be your cup of tea like Joyce. I know I'm a cup of tea, but she's she's all about, that pretense life, but she cherishes my presence a lot. Now, you guys, I would love for you to actually walk away with this money. Do not get distracted by the hubbub behind the scene. Just pick up your phone and dial *347 *880 *3 # with 500 naira. Yes, each ticket will cost you 500 naira, and in a few seconds your ticket will be in the draws. Or you could go to www.1play.ng. that is oneplay.ng. use 500 naira and pick Nigeria Info as your station, and just like that, your ticket will be in the draws. Now, we'll be calling winners every other day. That is a given. But we would also, I said every other day, no, every day actually. We'll be calling winners every day. That is a given. But beyond that, there will be a jackpot at the end of the week. I'm talking Friday, and this jackpot is 500,000 naira large, and you do not want to miss out on this. So do the thing. Pick up your phone and dial *347 *880 *3 # or go to the website www.oneplay.ng. Select Nigeria Info as your station with your 500 naira, and just like that, your ticket will be in the draws. Now, make sure you are playing and playing responsibly. Make sure you are above the age of 18 to be playing, and make sure you are playing with what you can afford. Now, OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasher Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. How are you, Joyce?
So it's 32 minutes past 1 p.m. And
you don't want some of my unimaginative thoughts?
You have something for the kids, right?
Yeah, no, actually, I actually do have
Let's get to it.
for the children. Now, these kids who are looking forward to the 27th day of May, that is Children's Day, there's something for you guys. Yes, Fun Tariff Amusement Park has something for you to celebrate the annual Children's Day. So join us on the 27th of May at number 10 Lai Yusuf Crescent off Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1, for a day of unmatched fun, games, activities, and surprises like you have never known it. From face painting to treasure hunting to dancing chairs, there is something for each and everybody. Happiness is contagious, and unforgettable memories will be created. So come one, come all. Let's make this Children's Day a happy one, and one to remember. Fun Factory, where every child's dream comes alive and every day is an adventure of fun.
Brilliant. So kids, you have something to look forward to. And you're a few... Actually, a little over a week away.
It feels like you're asking me to go. I want to.
It shouldn't feel like I'm asking you to go.
I want to stay, Joyce. Please.
If you want to.
I just want to be in your presence.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Off on a break. We'll be right back.
Makes radio the place to be. Well, that's because we start from here.
This is a compound, not 1, 2, or 3, that somebody will come and say, I'm the only one coming in another 1 or 2 months. You will see that place is like a market. Yeah, from 1 person to 2 to 3 to 4, you don't even know those who are living in that kind of compound. You cannot say, where do you work? Don't worry, I'll tell you.
Over here.
I married my wife when she was very young, and now we have 4 children, and 2 has finished university. She now hate me so much that I've been cheating on her. I'm not happy with the marriage again. I don't still love her, but the way she treats me is the way I don't like it, because she insults me. She brings me to nothing, even in the front of my children.
And time brings us here.
People don't want to see what this government has done, and it's left for them. They want to be picking money on the street. They want government to be dashing money. Government is not for that Christmas. Government really creates the neighborhood.
No, but the people, I don't think that's what the people want, to be honest. They don't want the government dashing them money. They want something that looks like a fair standard of living. Fair, like just good enough to be called a way to live.
My work's done. The sun sets here.
Mondays through Thursdays on your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. You are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Okay, we're talking. I really did want a number of you to consider the possibility that if the government decides that this whole implementation of increment in electricity cost for Band A users would be undone, then there is the possibility that electricity supply would not be as constant or as available to as many of you, and I don't know how many that is, who have it at the moment. I wanted your I wanted your opinion on the possibility that the minister is saying there could be blackout. So blackout because the government is saying the only way forward is to increase electricity tariffs. First, now they're saving money by increasing the tariffs for Band A users. I hold a personal sentiment that if this continues at some time in the future, other electricity users could have to pay more because, hey, you just have to look at the blueprint. And without much imagination, you can pretty much arrive at a picture that suggests what the plans could be, or the plan could be 3, 6 months, a year from now. So on Nigeria Info, we're talking, and our conversation is around the NLC protest. Many of you say you'd like to join. A few people have said there is electricity. It's not necessarily affordable, but at least they're grateful they can see what they're, paying for, or they can, they're using what they're paying for. Others, which is surprising, not necessarily in support of the NLC. Most of you are in support. So it's a conversation that's swinging left and right. And we'll further this chat a few more minutes because my telephone lines appear to hold members of the public who want to speak on this matter. After that, we have to segue to something else. 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Hello. It's good to have you.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah. My name is Sunday.
Welcome, Sunday. Good. Do you have electricity?
Yeah.
That's the first question.
In fact, there's nothing to write home about.
Okay, so you're probably on
because the weather these days is very, very hot.
Okay.
And they will take light for 3-4 days, and it will get brought it. Like last time, the following day to cut the light.
Hold on a second. The last time they brought it, what happened?
We didn't have light for 3 weeks.
Like low current.
Flashing.
Okay.
So when they dropped the light for about 1 hour, the next day, they came to cut the light.
Oh, is that a Band E?
People now rise up.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So the people now rise up and said, why? And they said that they came to check, blah, 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 blah. We send them away.
Okay.
So we are already in anything blackout. If the government wants to punish Nigerians, let them continue.
Okay.
I keep buying fuel, 8,000.
Oh.
For 2 days, just to empower the fridge, the freezer.
Yeah.
So that this food.
So what then do you say for the NLC protest? Are you in support? Would you be joining them? Should they go home?
I support them. Then go ahead. If they will not turn back and then do something else. If they are really, really serious, I support them.
All right.
Let us continue. Because if we don't suffer, we cannot get something better.
Thank you. All right. There's a message here I'd like to read for everyone to hear. He says, hello, Joyce. Apparently, there's some form of favoritism being exercised by the discos. Customers who are in higher bands, like the A and the Bs, are being given better services, A especially, than those in lower bands. Better services when it concerns complaints and responses to problems faced by customers. This, I think, is because the discos have realized that they benefit more from their higher band clients, and it's totally unfair. I'm a Band A user, by the way. This is Daniel from Iyanokpaja. So has anyone noticed it? So Daniel is suggesting there's a classist there's a classist approach to this whole Band A, Band B, Band E thing happening. And the workers tend to be a lot more responsive in terms of meeting needs and providing good customer service to those on Band A in comparison to those on the B's, C, D's, and the E's. This world be a damned place. I mean, you can imagine. It must not necessarily be something peculiar to Nigeria, but has anybody else noticed it? Or is this a case where we have to assume it's happening because of whatever notions society has been able to properly construct and establish, which is a separation of the haves and the have-nots, the upper class, lower class? So Daniel says he's noticed it. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, where the service provision to those on the lower band is poorer, worse, negligible compared to those on Band A particularly. Oh, that would be sad. Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes.
Thank you very much for calling. So you tell us your name, you go ahead. Welcome. You're on the sunny side.
Yeah, no, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. What's your name?
My name is Mark Modest.
Modest. Okay, good.
Yeah, I want to ask a question concerning this
Protest?
Mm-hmm. Now, you didn't. When I make out my time and my whole day to vote for the government that are supposed to get right, everybody they deprive a lot of people of coming out to vote. Voting is getting it right. Now you are expecting me to join to protest on the bad government that cannot even when you are protesting, you know what they are after.
What are they after? What are they after? You're joining the NLC. It's a non-violent protest.
Your life is not safe when you come out for protest. These people have all the whole talk in the whole world, in the country. They have all the talk that can stop you of doing what is right. So how do I come out to protest for something right? When you know that they are not doing right, and you expect me again to come out to protest for something.
Is the supposition, therefore, that you would rather not do anything about a problem you cannot live with?
No. It's not as if about what I'm trying to say is that if okay, let's assume it now. This radio station of a thing, like even on my page, I keep on saying support Nigeria Info because of Joyce and the expensive girl Wazobia to fix Nigeria, not even Africa. Because the voice we're hearing, your voice alone is changing lives. Your voice alone is changing lives.
I wish my voice gave you electricity, but it doesn't.
No. Wait.
What?
Joyce, your voice is changing lives. Are you hearing me? Because of you, I know before I could remember how to connect. Sometimes when I'm running out of battery, I'll turn it on app. For the fact you're on air, sometimes I miss some program, both church and some nice programs, just to listen to you on the radio.
You don't say.
Are you hearing me? Like all the expensive on Wazobia. Once it's even on yo. I don't miss it. But the majority of people that are supposed to listen to your voice, listen to what you are doing, listen to what you are trying to do for good. They're not listening to the radio.
Yeah, but what about the ones that are listening, like people like you? You are listening. What are you going to do about what you know?
If I have my mind now, like now, I stay a day in Lagos. You know Lagos, they're trying to tell you that this is not your land. Even when you're trying to do something that is supposed to be right.
Wait, we're talking about... Can we just leave it on electricity? Are you saying people should just accept their fate?
Joyce. Sometimes, everything... I don't like calling, I prefer listening to people contribution.
Yeah, but I'm asking you to make a decision. You're not making a decision. Even worse, you're saying that those who may be making a decision are not even making any.
The people that are making decisions...
What should people do? So what's the way forward? Should NLC go home?
No. I'm not saying they should hold on. At the end of the day, it will be at this one where they are trying to make effort. It will end up like this. Nothing will come up of it. This government are not ready to listen.
Okay.
They are not ready to listen. If you listen to what Oro said before the election, if you give this present government power, they will be the richest people in the world. And that's what they are trying to do.
All right.
To tax it. Oh, you saw, and let me just listen. I don't want to.
All right. Leave it alone. Thank you. Okay, it's Open Thought Tuesday.
Oh, finally.
I'm glad you're here. Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here. You have to, pardon me, lady. You have to speak up for us, and then you have to tell me your name.
First, I think my name is Joy.
Okay, Joy.
I think the NLC is doing a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I don't know if we're on day, but I know we get like relatively regularly.
Relatively regularly. What is that?
Yes, on some days, like you can take the lights for 2 days and then bring the lights for the rest of the week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that. Right now, we don't have lights since yesterday night. Yesterday evening. Till now, I thought we don't even flash the lights.
Okay. So, now, do you want the government to revert to the old price? Would you like that?
Yes, I would like them to revert.
Well, I don't even think you're on Band A, first of all. But let's assume you could speak on behalf of Band A users. Would you like the price to go back?
Yes, it should revert the prices. Even for general, they increase the price, but they're not increasing for Band A users.
But if they... Oh, I lost you already. I was going to ask, because the government says if they do, then the nation is going to be in blackout, which appears to be a whole nother conversation, particularly if those on Band A will no longer be getting 22 hours, and maybe those on Band B who are probably getting about, 15 to 20 hours, will at that moment probably, I don't know what your reality is going to be, but blackout is as bad as it can get. And I think your imagination can help you paint a picture of what black looks like. So, that aspect of the conversation, because something has to give, except this government is going to be noble enough, altruistic enough to disadvantage their plan or other plans in order to advantage the Nigerian public. But we haven't seen that ever. So maybe this may be the first. If you consider a blackout, well, I'm asking you to consider a blackout in the event that the NLC succeeds in getting the government to return to the old pricing of electricity, particularly to those users on Band A. Hello, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, hello.
Afternoon. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Yeah. Thank you for the program and thank Nigeria Info.
Yeah.
For making it happen. Okay.
Great.
You see, the way I would look at this, the issue at hand, which led the NFC to go on protest, is the issue that concerns every Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm here.
Yeah. So the issue of electricity affects everybody, both rich, poor, whatever category you find yourself. Everybody needs light, no matter what you're doing, being at home, being in the office, whatever you find yourself, you need light. And I believe everybody can afford it. Being in Band A, being in Band B, or whatever band they want to place you, I believe everybody deserves light. So NSC going on strike or going on protest, I'm in full support of it. And I'm not a pessimism because I don't like people, giving me negative vibes, negative pressures. I don't like it. I like where we speak on the fact.
So
here is a radio station, and when we talk here, we talk on the issue on ground. And I believe what NSC is doing is the right thing.
Okay.
Those who are on Band A are paying more, and they have more attention from the discos, be it ECO or EKDC or whatever they call them. They give them more attention because they are making more money from them. And around those in Magodo area, they are paying more because they have like almost 22, between 20 and 22 hours of power supply in a day. Now, I used to be, because I resigned because of the pressure, and I believe that when people say you're not doing, when you're putting your effort in what you're doing and they say you're not doing anything, you resign. Let the person that can do it. Now, I used to be a NEPA officer in my area, and I work directly with the platform of the AKDC platform. What we do is this. In my community, I report issues to the platform. Are you with me?
I'm listening.
Yeah. So when we report the issue, they will take note of it and work on it. So, and when you tell them that, look, majority of those in your area, in your community, are those on prepaid meters. They move as swift to make sure that they provide light. Do you know why? Because these people have prepaid meters. They have units on their meters. And if you don't supply them light, that unit will remain there when you use. And who is losing? The disco. So they are not making anything from them. So they will do everything possible to provide those who have meters. If you are metered and your community has many meters in your area, in your community, I'm assuring you that there will be more constant power in that area than those that don't have meters.
Oh, this is a good revelation.
Yes, if you're also in Band A and you are among those that are paying high in the light tariff, you are going to be having light constantly. You'll be having at least 20 to 20 something hours, 20 to 22 hours power per day.
So it's really not segregation necessarily. It's just these guys have meters. We can supply them electricity. If we don't supply them, we don't make money. They don't pay. So it's really not, because someone said that there was this discrepancy in the way people are treated, that those who are on Band A are treated better than those on other bands.
Yeah, Joyce, you know, like I said earlier,
Yeah.
I said everybody deserves life, no matter what you're doing, no matter the ban. This issue of ban A, ban B shouldn't even come in the first place.
So why did it come in?
Nigerians
You are a NEPA official or former NEPA official. So why did it come in?
Okay. What happened is this. You see, some certain areas, you know, they went to the discourse.
Yeah.
And demand for power that they are willing
to pay.
Underline the word, they are willing to pay the cost. And they had a meeting with their chairman of the local, with the area, and with their the CDA chairman. They went to the discourse and said they want to have a meeting with discourse that this area we have consulted with our people and they are willing to pay the cost. Remember the cost on the line.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, fine. Are you guys willing to pay this amount per month? They said yes. That was how they arranged the discourse and they started giving them constant power. They are enjoying more power because they are willing to pay no matter the cost. But what they want is power. They don't want power truncated. They don't want power taken from them. Many of them are home, online. They are doing their work online. They want constant power. Some of them are, they are under hybrid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So people are home now, mainly at home, doing online business at home, online work at home. They're not going to the office. They are home. They need power. And you can't be running generator 24 hours. You can't be on gen. Even now, you can't even afford the so-called solar. Solar now is expensive, not like before again. Everything has
I'm with
the
you.
cost of dollar.
So it was the Nigerians who wanted more and constant electricity that informed the band A, band B, band C separations.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm in support of what NLC are doing right now.
Okay.
The gentleman that spoke about what happened during NSAS, I also, I'm sorry about what happened that time. I also had experience that time too. But the thing is this, when people come out for the right cause, Nigerians should come out to support them. Power is everything everybody needs. Even the barber needs power. Whatever you're doing, you need power. Those are sells frozen food, need power. Those are even in the shop. Even when you don't have customer, you need television, you need...
everyone needs power. So I have about one more minute, and I want to ask you a question. Now, the minister is saying that if they go back to the old pricing, when Nigerians said we can pay for electricity at every cost, I don't think they were talking about... They didn't understand they were going to be paying 200 kilowatt hour. They didn't know that, or 220 kilowatt hour. So it went from 68 to 200 plus.
No, actually, what the negotiation was then was what we were thinking then, but not now.
Exactly.
So even now that they have to increase the tariff, they will still have no option because they have already told them that they're willing to pay.
They're willing to pay.
They can't complain. Because they went there.
Yeah.
They went there to meet to have a meeting with them. So they will still have to pay because already.
Okay. So here is the tricky part. If the NLC succeeds in getting the government to retract, right, or step back on this whole increment thing, the minister is saying that there could be blackouts in the next few months. So as a former official working with the electricity company, what would you say about that?
You see,
because you're supporting the protest, and that's why I'm asking you the question.
Yes, you see, it's one thing is this: each time there's a protest, government will always send they want somebody to be an scapegoat.
So
somebody will come out to be an scapegoat to come and say, government has said this. This is what will happen if actually you want to go this route.
Yeah.
Because NLC is saying we are going this way. They are saying if you're going to go that way, then this is what the
consequences will be. Yeah.
So that's why they're telling you now that somebody will have to come out and say, government are saying this, but we are holding the minister accountable. But who is under pushing that guy to come on air? Someone is doing that. Joyce, have a nice day. God bless you. This is Engineer Pra from Ayobo. Have a nice day.
Wow. Thank you. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. It's Open Thought Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Football Fan Festival in Nigeria is back. It's Goal Fest 2024, featuring exhilarating games, food, comedy, live music, by some of the Nigerian musician superstars, and you can watch the UEFA Champions League final on a super huge screen. Goalfest 2024 will take place on the 1st of June at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Amadabella Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time 12 noon. Limited tickets available. Get your tickets now at www.goalfestnigeria.com or
at 267A at Timian Crescent, VI Lagos.
Goalfest 2024 is powered by Femi and the Gang and Football Republic. Proudly refreshed by Pepsi.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, introducing the first of its kind in Nigeria.
The first radio just for kids. It's here at 101.7 Kids FM.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be fun for kids on your airwaves 24/7.
Talking about from exciting games,
check,
to juicy gist,
double check,
and great music,
super check.
All these and more on your number one PlayStation 101.7 Kids FM.
Don't be the last to join the train. Download the Kids FM app on your iOS or Play Store today and stay tuned on the go.
You can stream on our website at kidsfm.ng.
You can also follow us on all socials at kidsfm.ng and stand a chance to be one of the super kids.
On 101.7 Kids FM. Remember, it's no dull moments on Kids FM.
So tune in and stay locked on 101.7 Kids FM.
Let's play.
You are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
I'm going to have to go through some messages here. Please, the greatest distortion to electricity supply is absence of metering. Without meters, we will be talking about this problem for the next 30 years. Remember, it was like this 30 plus years ago. This is Lanre from Magboro. Thank you very much for your message. This is John from Ikeja. I want to tell you that everybody in the country, either poor or rich, are on band A to Z. Because those companies in Band A, and this will affect the price of production and the goods will be high. Now, since the increment of Band A, price in companies has increased with percent. It's still the poor people that will suffer. The protest we need is to sit at home until the government listens to us. This is John from Ikeja. Thank you very much for your message. I would love for Nigeria to be on blackout. Oh. Everyone will just continue to generate their light as we've been doing. Because truly, the truth is we're not seeing any value. This is who? Tammy from Surulere. Thank you very much for your message. Okay, so I think I have about a few minutes before top of the hour. There's information you need.
Yes, information that you need from my stables. Actually, it's not from my stables. It's from Front Turf, actually. Front Turf wants you to know, you child out there, you parent, that a day of fun is coming. That day will be the 27th of May, 2024. And the venue will be number 10, Lai Yusuf Crescent off Admiralty Way, Lekki, Phase 1. You'll be going there for unmatched fun, game activities, and surprises. I'm talking surprises like face painting, treasure hunts, dancing.
99.3.
Yeah, dancing chairs as well as treasure hunts. Now, there's something for everybody. That is why we keep saying happiness is contagious and unforgettable memories will definitely be created. So come one, come all, as we try to make this Children's Day one to indeed remember. Fun Factory is where every child's dream comes alive, and every day is an adventure for fun.
You are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Now it is 2 o'clock, Lagos. Here are the headlines. Federal government convenes meeting as Labour threatens indefinite protest over electricity tariff hike. Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission says electricity supply is still at infancy in Nigeria. While President Tinubu directs mandatory procurement of compressed natural gas-powered vehicles by all government ministries, President Tinubu also launches campaign to promote inclusive education and gender equity. 2 commissioners of National Population Commission sworn in by President Bola Tinubu, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and Peter Obi meet ahead of possible collaboration. Nigerian Senate adjourns Tuesday's plenary session in honor of dead House of Reps member Dogonyaro. Political parties contesting in forthcoming Ondo State governorship election have up to the 20th of May to submit names of candidates. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission sets to arraign former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele tomorrow over unlawful withdrawal of 122.8 billion naira. Absence of Hadi Sirika's brother in court stalls trial of alleged 19.4 billion fraud allegation. Kogi State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal reserves judgment on Kogi governorship election. Police plan to arraign 2 people in court over alleged defamation of Oba Elegushi. Operatives of Department of State Services reportedly storm Ogun Court to arrest defendants. River State Governor Sim Fubara plans to set a panel of inquiry to probe administration of former Governor Nyesom Wike. On the foreign scene, 2 French prison officers killed in ambush near Normandy in a van attack. China launches nationwide campaign to address campus bullying. And U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken makes unannounced visit to Ukrainian capital Kiev. Those are the headlines. This is still The Sunny Side with Joyce. I am Yvonne Ochaifo, and you're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Only one station gives you great talk every day.
Once you have money, to have influence and power, you can rule in Nigeria. The Supreme Court said that one old man came to testify because the old man cannot lie, that they gave him judgment. This one will embezzle the money. This is a military man. I can't even prove the NMPC the way it will be CPS. Better to say, I will come and do my best, Nigeria. Please support me. Let's how we work together.
Yeah, stop defending him. I am not. I'm
defending him a lot.
If your ministers don't work, vote them out of office. If the governors don't work, vote them out of office. Well, I'm hoping that you can educate yourself enough.
I think a black man is caught.
No, don't say that.
We are suffering from post-traumatic disorder. We are traumatized.
How do you say that the world is survival of the fittest?
Hear the news and your views, and we'll tell you what's new.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. It's Open Thought Tuesday. You're on the sunny side.
You are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
Okay, so look, I don't know how to react to this. I don't know if you would know how to react to the news. The President, Tinubu, directs mandatory procurement of CNG-powered vehicles by ministries and agencies. I know I do not have it in me to moderate a conversation on this particular matter. Well, I think, but then again, we must state that one of the many, this was a line item. But then again, it was, I think, more on a commercial level. This was a line item last year, 2023, October, when the NLC and the TUC met with the federal government. Because you remember they planned a strike last year, which was postponed. And then they eventually had the audience of the federal government, and the unions agreed on, I think, 15 line items, 15 or 16. And one of the items to be developed on was the provision of CNG buses. And I guess that this would probably be a warm entry into greenhouse energy or transition into renewable energy, because the world is moving that way. And I guess the president is intending to gradually begin to phase out. And I'm sure the IMF can look at this and say, yes, he's doing exactly as he should. I guess he's trying to phase out petrol-based or petrol-dependent vehicles for CNG. Yeah, the world is going solar, going electric, going what other hydro, and we're wondering whether Nigeria can pretty much afford to segue or transition at the pace at which the world is going. It's a moving story. We have information we want to share with you in a moment. But honestly, I don't think we should be having this conversation today. We're going to have it postponed, and then at a later time we would talk about it. In the meantime.
Anyways, in line with our mandate to ensure energy efficiency, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited invites the public to the presidential commissioning of 3 critical gas infrastructure projects. The ANOH gas processing plant designed to process 300 million standard cubic feet of gas daily at Asa, Imo State. The 23.3 kilometer 36-inch gas pipeline from Asa.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.